It creates that feeling of they're like, I'm missing out. I have to be involved in this office. That's what you want them to have. And that is really the conversion tool. So maybe they didn't just see you for the first time. They maybe heard about you from somebody else, but they are going to your social media. So your social media is a massive conversion tool.
All right, chiropractors and chiropractic students, welcome to the Family Practice Podcast. You know, the one you've been waiting way too long for, because this podcast will actually stay focused on chiropractic. Not only what it takes to get world-class clinical results for kids and families in your community, but also what it takes to build a legendary, incredible family practice that takes care of your family way beyond your dreams. I'm Dr. Tony Ebel, and I'll be joined by Dr. Matt Hill, Dr. Ellie Wright, Jackie Jakubowicz, and incredible guests, Chiros, associates, CAs, all these folks making massive impact around the world. We're going to cover everything: pediatric, perinatal, family practice. This is the podcast you've been waiting for, because moms and dads and families have always needed us. Now they're finally ready for us. I hope you're ready for the Family Practice Podcast. Let's go.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back to the Family Practice Podcast. I am one of your co-hosts, Dr. Allie Wright, and I am so excited today. Get your notebooks out, because we are going to give you 5 social media musts to attract your target market, which, if you're listening to this podcast, it's probably moms and dads trying to get their kids the help that they have been searching for. Moms all over the country are up at midnight scrolling on their phones, looking for something that is different, somebody who can actually help their child, someone who is going to be all in for their family and trust their mom gut. But where do they always look first? They look at social media. And that is why your social media has to be top notch. It is no longer an option to even have social media. So if you're listening to this podcast and you're like, oh my goodness, why would I even click? I don't even know if you clicked on this podcast. Hopefully, by God's grace, you are listening to this one. If you do not have social media for your office, step 1 is going to be start an Instagram, start a Facebook, and let's get that going. But I want to give you 5 social media musts to attract more moms into your family and pediatric practice. So let's go. Tip number 1, own your brand. So your brand matters most, right? Who are you? What do you specialize in? What makes you different than everyone else? That is your brand, and you absolutely have to own it. Guys, no more spines in the office. No more spines in your logo. No more really harsh, brutal colors. No more bad websites. No more of those photos that you get off of Google that aren't even yourself. It's time for your office to get a facelift and a rebrand if you have not done this already. And let's be real, moms are visual. The minute that they are searching you on social media and they click on your page, they're going to get a feeling, right? And it's either going to be a feeling of, this looks cookie cutter. This looks like not a kid office. There's a lot of spines. There's x-ray. It's okay if you have that stuff. Don't show it on social media if your target market are moms who are looking for the best doctors for their kids. Just take it out. You also want to make sure that your Instagram doesn't look messy. It's not cluttered. It's not confusing. There's not a bunch of things in your pictures. You want to be clean. You want to make sure that you are portraying your brand. If moms are clicking on your social media and it's not aesthetically pleasing, it doesn't have those soft and calming colors, it's not using, consistent fonts. These are all the things that you guys need to look for. What is the feeling moms are getting when they click on your social media and on your brand? What is it? So I want you right now, you can pause this podcast if you have to, but I want you to go to your social media, pretend that you're a mom, and just look at it. Look it over with fresh eyes. Have your any of your family members who will actually tell you the truth, have them look at it. Have someone that you trust to really look it over and see, like, okay, are these colors attractive? Are these photos attractive? What does my bio say? what is my brand portraying? Is it screaming, I see moms here, I see dads here, I see kids here, I see the whole family. We have snacks here. We have a community area where you can meet new moms. We have a toy room. We have a mom's room just in case you need to breastfeed or you need to change a dirty diaper. We have all of that stuff for you. Does it scream that? Is it screaming, oh my goodness, look at these friendly faces when I walk in. Oh, wow. I feel comfortable DMing these people. I know that they will help. Does it scream that? It should. When you go to a PX Docs Instagram, I want it to scream that, right? Because we have a brand that we are also protecting and we want moms to find you and to love you right off the bat. So tip number 1, own your brand. Ask yourself, is your aesthetic clean? Is it bright? Maybe you love the modern look. Does it have that? Are your brand colors, are they soft? Are they calming? Do you have a consistent font that you are using? You're formatting your posts across that so that they all match, they all look amazing, they all go together. They're not going from purple to red to green to a bold font to a squiggly font, that's just really confusing to the eye when they're looking at this. Is your logo, is it recognizable? Is it polished? Is it neat? Do you have other logos that fit in a circle, right? Because we want that. Right when you click on your social media, it is a circle on Instagram. So we want it to fit. We want it to be bold and we want them to see it. We want it to be recognizable. So when they see your logo, they know, oh yeah, that's my chiropractor. Or that's a chiropractor I want to go to. Does it look like a place where a mom would feel safe bringing her child? Do you need to get professional photos? Maybe ask a patient who is a photographer to take your photos. That's a great community connection builder too. But we want to make sure that it is aesthetically pleasing to the eye. We want it to scream, this is safe for my child. I absolutely love this place. I want to go there. Or I want to be a part of it and I want to share it with my friends. You want moms to be proud. Okay, next step, let's talk about optimizing your name and bio. So this is another note-taking part of what is your profile picture. Like we mentioned, we love when it is a clean logo, fits in the circle. I would not recommend just using the doctor's profile picture because if you want to grow, you want them to see multiple docs. PwC does a fabulous job of this. Is that the name actually says PwC Chiropractic in their Instagram bio. It doesn't say Dr. Tony Ebel, right? He may own the practice, but he has 7 other doctors in there that you want these moms to feel comfortable with, to be familiar with. So it says PwC Chiropractic. So I would not recommend having the doctor's name in the bio either. If they want to grow. If you want to grow your office, you want a multiple doc office, which we totally recommend doing. I would not recommend having that name in your bio. So instead, change it to your office's name. When you are optimizing your bio, you want it to be short, you want it to be sweet, and you want it to be direct. So it should tell people who you help, right? Who's your target market. It's also going to tell how you help. It's going to say where you're located. Don't forget that part, okay? So it doesn't necessarily have to be the exact address because you can put that in Instagram on a separate line, but it should say McHenry County or Crystal Lake, Illinois, or northern, northwest Chicago, whatever it may be. The demographic or the area that you're seeing, you want that in your bio so that when people click, they're like, oh yeah, that's in my area. Or where are they located? You should not have to search. I do so many social media audits, and a lot of the time I'm having to go to their website, then I'm having to go to the contact us, then I'm trying to find, and it's so many steps that I've already given up on that place. You want to make sure that they can find you. And then the last bullet point should be, what's your call to action? What do you want them to do? Do you want to have something that says book now? Do you want something that says DM us? Do you want something that says click on the link in our bio to learn more? Do you want to say read our article on colic? Whatever it may be, you want to direct them. You don't want them to just click on your social media, see see a few posts and then just leave and be like, okay, that was cool, and not even follow, not even know what next steps to take. You want them to spend a lot of time on your page, scrolling, reading, watching, and then you want them to be able to read any post and see that there's a call to action, which we'll talk about in a little bit, so that will direct them to your website. It'll direct them to an article, whatever it may be that you want. You want that call to action in your bio. All right, let's talk photos. I already mentioned it, but book a branding photo session. You want to have photos that are absolutely amazing. They match your aesthetic. They show off your office, because before this mom even comes, you want her to know what she's getting herself into. What should she expect? What should she expect on her day 1? What should she expect on her day 2? What is that first phone call going to be like? What are the scans? And then she should be able to look on your Instagram, on your Facebook, and on your website of, oh my goodness, there's a picture of the scan. Okay, it doesn't look invasive. They were right. Or, oh my goodness, they said they have a mom's room, and there it is right there. I can actually see it. Or there's so many other, okay, they did say that they have a sensory friendly room that the door closes. I know my child will not, be completely disruptive, which if you own a pediatric office, that's not even what you're thinking about. But this mom will feel so much more comfortable when she knows what to expect. She knows what everything looks like. She sees the playroom. She sees the community room. She sees the scans. She sees those awesome faces of the doctors and the CAs that she's going to be meeting. So don't be afraid to spend some money and book that branding photo session. You want your photos to really capture what the family is going to experience. If you need a complete rebrand and you're like, oh my goodness, we still have a spine in our logo, and yeah, it's been working, but I really do want to level up my office, and you would like to work with someone who professionally does this, I recommend Ave Prints. They do an awesome branding session. They can get you not only your logo, but they also do colors. They will build out your aesthetic. They will build out rack cards. There's so many things that they will do that she's absolutely amazing at it. Carver Craft Co. is another one of my favorites. So just 2 different shout outs there. If you guys are looking for someone, you can also use someone local. That will build an amazing community connection for you too, is if you find your photographer locally, you find your brand building people locally. But this really is an important step that oftentimes we are missing in our profession. We want to level up. We want to treat this as a true business that wants to be aesthetically pleasing to the eye and to these parents. We also, like I said, and I'm going to repeat again, is that our current patients, we want them to be proud of us. We want them to be like, oh my goodness, you have to go there. And then their friend who they told that to is immediately going to our social media, and what are they seeing? And so this is just tip number 1, your branding. You have to own it. Tip number 2 is going to be winning that mom's trust over. So yes, the first impression is your brand, and that matters, but then how are you going to back it up with who you say you are? You have to live up to who you say you are. You can't just have the amazing facility and the amazing aesthetic and then not get the results. So number 1, to learn how to get these results, absolutely be plugged into the pediatric experience, the course, the neurotonal certification, all of those things, the neurotonal certificate of proficiency, all of those things are absolutely important to stay plugging in, because obviously, guys, your clinical results matters most. But let's back up, and how are you going to win this mom's trust? So how do you build the trust? You show up consistently. Okay. So you're going to want them, once you're getting that follow on Instagram, or they have just found you on social media, you're going to want to post consistently. If I'm a mom, which I am, and I am searching through someone who I want to trust, and I see that, oh man, they've only had 4 posts this year. Like, that's not giving me much. Or their posts are only like, sorry, we're closed on Memorial Day, or closed for vacation this week. I'm gonna be like, okay, I didn't learn anything except for that they're closed on that day, which great. Okay. I know not to call on that day, but I want to be educated and I want to learn. Also, when you are consistent on social media with educating these patients, these parents, and almost patients, hopefully, they will come into their day 1 and day 2 already pre-educated. We have been seeing this and testing it at what we call the lab, PwC, for so long since we have started our marketing and social media branch of PX, which is called PX Plus. Plug for that. We see these parents, they are already pre-educated. So they come in and they're already saying their top goals are now like nervous system regulation, vagus nerve health. And it's like, how do you even know this stuff, guys? It's because they are searching our social media first. They know what they want. They are reading our articles. They are reading the blogs on our website. They are reading our carousel posts, they are watching our reels, and they are completely ready to sign up on day 1. They're like, we don't even want the day 2. We're like, well, that's really important. You're going to have the day 2 report of findings, but that's what we want, right? We want these easy day 1 and day 2 conversions because we have already done the work up front with pre-educating on social media. Now let's talk about what should that content actually be. Your content should include 25% branding posts. So that's who we are, what makes us different, what to expect, meet our docs, meet our CAs. Then another 25% is going to be straight neurologically focused stuff. So like, I'm a neurological chiropractor. Here's what that means. Nervous system dysregulation, vagus nerve dysfunction, dysautonomia, subluxation. So those core posts that we cannot post enough about, that's 25% of your content nonstop. You are going to get tired of reading it yourself and you're going to think, don't people know this already? No, they don't. They need to read it 28 times before they actually get it through their head. So we need to keep posting and telling them about it. And then 50%, so that other chunk, is going to be condition based towards your target market. So who do you want to see? Do you want to see patients who are struggling with seizures? Do you want to see ADHD patients, perfect storm kids? Do you want to see pregnancy? Do you want to see ear infection, more of that wellness side of things? That's going to be your 50% condition based. In chiropractic, I know, guys, as chiropractors, we're like, stop talking about the symptoms. We want to talk about innate intelligence and how it can, your self-healing, self-regulating organism. And yes, that is awesome. But we have to take a step back and think like our population, right? The other half of the population, we need to think about them and what do they care about? They're stuck on symptoms right now. So we have to talk symptoms and we have to connect it neurologically. What can chiropractic do for them? And then you will talk that overall wellness, self-healing, self-regulating, all of those, that goodness that we absolutely love and that we're proud of. We have to take a couple steps back to the symptoms so that we can bring them in. So you want to match your target market's energy. What are they thinking about now? That's how you're going to get them in. So 50% condition based. All right, so here's some content ideas that you're going to want to do weekly. Yes, weekly, because we want that consistency. We cannot be posting 1 to 2 times a week, 4 times a month. We have to be consistently posting. We also have to do that to get through the algorithm. We want to be continuously showing up on their feed. So here's some content ideas for you guys to help you do this. So you're going to want your real patient testimonials. I recommend doing this 2 times a week. We recommend it throughout PX. We tell all of our PX members to do this, but you're going to want at least 2 testimonials each week. Why? Because parents want to see that it's working for other parents, it's working for other kids. They want to read those real stories, right? Facts tell, but stories sell. And that is so totally true. We love story. Most of your Instagram should be storytelling. And so you can do that through a video of a patient sharing their story. You can do it through wins this week, right? What are 5 wins that we had this week? You can post those out. You can do it with a cute picture of the patient and the doctor and share their story. You can show before and after scans. Whatever this may be, testimonials and stories, they really do show what we do. Obviously, guys, disclaimer, check in your state what your regulations and rules around this are in all of these posts, but for the majority of you, share those stories. Number 2 is going to be reels. You want to share at least 2 to 4 reels per week. This can be short form reels of a talking head reel of your doctor saying why chiropractic can help with colic or whatever that may be. But you want, number one, you want your doctor showing up. You also want fun reels. These are going to be the ones that get the most engagement, and they are going to boost your target market seeing you on their feeds. So you want to do those trendy reels. You want to do those fun reels, maybe make your doc dance. I don't know, but you want to be doing those reels. You also want to be doing educational reels too. So you could have a patient showing a patient getting adjusted and say 2 out of 5 kids struggle with a chronic illness, yada, yada, yada. Here's how we can help, whatever that may be. But you also want it to be educational. So you want a good mix. Your third thing is going to be carousels. Right as of right now, carousels are bumping on social media. So you're going to want those carousels. You're going to want to give 5 signs your baby might be struggling. You're going to want to do those titles, but you're also going to want to do titles such as, when I was 38 weeks pregnant, this is the most thing that helped me. I'm just reading that off, or I'm just making that up. But you want to also do storytelling through those too, of like, here's what helped my kid get through their ear infections. Instead of just the 5 signs your baby might be struggling with ear infections, turn it to yourself. How has chiropractic helped your family? Or use a testimonial and turn it into a carousel as well. So you're going to want to post at least 2 carousels a week. Then infographics. These are going to be just a 1 to 2 post. It can be like a carousel where you have 1 to 2 of them, but you want it to just be a basic post sharing, like, here are the milestones your child should be hitting. And then you have a graphic on that. So those are the more educational ones from a PX Docs article or whatever it may be. But those are going to be the more educational ones that moms are going to be able to quickly read and become obsessed with. And they're like, oh my goodness, okay, this makes sense. I need to look more into this. And that's where they can jump to your call to action, whether that's a blog, whether it's an article, whether it's DM us, whatever it may be. You're also going to want, like I said, those short form talking head videos of your doc, but you're also going to want a long form. So these are going to be anywhere from 5 minutes to 20 minutes of your doctor talking about a certain topic and really getting into the nitty gritty details of that topic, how chiropractic can help, all of those different things, because you are going to have patients who are really getting into stalking your social media, and they are going to see these videos. And this video is what converts the most scrollers to patients. Okay, so you're going to want, yes, all the fun things, all that stuff, that will get more engagement. And sometimes as a doc, you'll be like, I am wasting my time on these long form videos. It's getting 1 view. But that 1 view might transition to a full care plan. And so that long form video is very important. Make sure you do those. Dr. Tony harps on us all the time of, guys, we have to do all of our long form videos because they are truly they're the converter. Then we have a weekly wellness spotlight. So those long form, short forms, you're going to want to do 2 of those a week. And then the weekly wellness spotlight, this is going to be taking your wellness patients and having them have a testimonial too of like, here is Maverick. He is doing amazing. He's hitting all of his milestones. We absolutely love seeing him in the office once a week or whatever it may be, but you are really praising those wellness patients as well. We'll do that once a week. And then a community connection post. You're going to want this because you want to build those community connections. You're going to absolutely want to have a PT that you love, an OT that you love, doulas that you really enjoy working with, lactation consultants, all the things. So this is your time to shout them out. Even your favorite coffee shops. So if you're doing some work at the coffee shop, snap a quick photo. Snap a photo with you and your team getting coffees from there, whatever it may be, but you definitely want to build those community connections and you want to collaborate with them on Instagram, because not only does that completely shout them out on your side, but people who are following their page will also see that, and that is just even more traffic bringing into your page. And then any behind the scenes moments, like I absolutely love scrolling and seeing doc teams being silly or or them writing on scans and explaining the scans that they are about to present, whatever it may be. These are really good things to capture. Or you're asking your doctor, like, what's your favorite lunch? Or what did you bring for lunch today? Or what are you making for dinner tonight? What's your favorite workout? Like, whatever those little questions may be, moms absolutely love getting to know their doctor and their child's doctor. And so those behind the scene moments are so incredibly important. They are also just trust builders as a whole. All right, guys. Next is tip number 3, show your personality, which I think the behind the scenes really leads well into this, but people connect with people. They're not just going to connect with your infographic or your carousel if it doesn't have a picture on it. They want to see your face. They want to hear your voice. So really own the brand, be the brand, and so that they can say, oh, that's my doctor right there. Or they share it to their friends. Hey, look at my doctor. Like, that's what she's sharing today, or that's what he's doing today. Or that's my child's health team. That's what is so cool, is that they're going to start to trust you when you show your personality. So show up in the stories, film those long form and short form videos, talking about what you do, talking about how you can help, talking about why they need to come to PWC or whatever your office may be called. And then also do funny reels with your personality. If that's your personality, own it. Show us how good you are of a dancer. Show us how bad you are of a dancer. Whatever it may be, really show your personality. Patients absolutely love when you are real. Be vulnerable too. Share your story. Why did you become a chiropractor? How do your kids benefit from chiropractic, right? Because they want to see what you're doing too. Sometimes we have patients who are in that really, really early phase of chiropractic care. They don't know the wellness side yet. And they're like, oh, do you get your kids adjusted? Perfect video to do. Why my kids are adjusted weekly, why my kids are adjusted 2 times a week, whatever it may be. But you are showing them that wellness added value of there doesn't have to be a symptom involved. There doesn't have to be, right? That's the next step. We brought them in with the symptoms, but now that the symptoms are gone, what's the next steps? So those are great ways to be vulnerable and to really share your story. Or an example of this would be, my child is going through milestones or a big growth spurt. So we're going to boost their adjustments to really support their nervous system. Or, yeah, my kids are they have a stomach bug or whatever it may be. So we're going to help boost their immune system through neurologically focused chiropractic care. Always be careful on what you can share. So look at your state laws and those things, but be vulnerable and share your story. Let them see the passion behind your care. Why are you a chiropractor? Why do you absolutely love it so much? So even those posts sometimes, like I said, they'll get that less engagement when you're doing like that really long form, but they create that pre-educated, ready to commit patient. And those are your dream families, guys. Also, let's do a quick take note on this of your video filming tips, okay? So pause. Let's make sure that when we're filming videos, we're getting it right. I don't want to see, and neither do parents, trash cans in the background or a really cluttered area. We want it to be a bright, so the light source should be coming from behind the camera, never behind you. Okay. So if you're filming, I know a lot of you are listening to this, not seeing me act this out all silly, but if there is a camera in front of you, you want the light to be behind the camera. You don't want it to be coming in from behind you because that's going to completely shade you out. You want a bright source of light, not too bright. You don't want your face to be directly washed out, but you want it to be well lit. You also want to record it vertically, so up and down when you are doing reels on Instagram, stories, all those things. If you are doing a YouTube or a Facebook long form, you're going to want it to be landscape. Keep it short, keep it clear, keep it authentic when you are doing things like the short form reels. And then when they're more long form, really get vulnerable, really get detailed, really get involved in your story, show your passion, show everything with that. Again, clear, bright background. All of those things, guys. We do not want it to be cluttered. We do not want it to have empty water bottles around or, I don't know, Kleenexes, all the things. You want it to be presentable, like this is a day 1 or a day 2. They're seeing your office for the first time. They're seeing you. Okay, tip number 4. We want to prioritize engagement on social media. So social media isn't just necessarily a display. They're not just going to scroll and leave. Some will, but you always want them to come back, and you want to have that call to action into a conversation. So ways to boost this is comment on other posts. So if you're just scrolling on Instagram, wasting time, getting that quick dopamine hit, you are going to want to use that for engagement. So if you are on your office's social media or even your personal, make sure that you're commenting on other people's posts. Obviously, not just a comment. You want to be genuine, but you want to comment on that coffee shop's posts or that OT and PT's posts or those patients that you follow. You want to be in the conversation. That is also going to put you in their notifications, and they're going to check out your page too. It's also going to help their friends see your comment. So you really want to comment on others' posts. Also, Instagram loves this. So when they see you engaging with others, they're going to add more of you to those people's algorithm. Ask questions in your captions. So if you're like, comment below your favorite ear infection remedy, or I don't know, whatever it may be. Obviously, they better all be commenting chiropractic and then maybe some garlic oil. I don't know. But you're going to want to ask them questions. Or like, what's your favorite day to get adjusted in the office? Whatever it may be, you want them engaging on your posts too. You can also do some engagement boosting in your office. So run fun raffles. You can do contests. You can do giveaways. Have a QR code on your front desk of your socials. Put it in your day 2 folders when you're giving the care plan. Say, follow us on social media. Here are our handles. Whatever it may be, but you want all of your patients and future patients to be connecting with your social media. You want them to be really involved, following, seeing all the posts. You also, commenting and liking aren't even the biggest things yet anymore. It is sharing and saving. So you want to create posts that they're going to want to put on their stories for their friends to see. You're going to want to create posts that they're going to be like, oh, I want to save this for later. Maybe that's like, here are 10 things to remember, or here are 10 things when you should boost your adjustments or whatever it may be. So then you have like when your child has a fever, when they are in a growth spurt, whatever that may be, they're going to want to save that because they're going to be like, oh, I want to come back to this and see when I should be getting boost adjustments. Also, share community events. You can also, obviously, like we said, respond to every comment, respond to every DM too. You want to encourage people to DM you. You want to encourage them to start that conversation. So that's really important. Also, guys, all of your posts that you are posting, also put them on your stories because that's just a complete other algorithm that people may find you on as well. And then don't be afraid to reuse your old content that performed well. If it went off, be putting it back on your stories. Be reposting it later in the future because most of your audience probably missed it the first time, or they're going to see it again and be like, oh my goodness, I absolutely love that post. I'm glad that they brought that back up so that I can save it or I can share it again or do all of those things. All right. Tip number 5, we want your social media to be a conversion tool. Right? You don't just want to spend all this time on social media and then be like, okay, I'm not getting any patients from social media. If you are saying that, you're looking at it wrong too, though, because yes, your biggest driver of patients in your office is probably internal referrals for almost everyone. I would say 100% of everyone, because the patients who love you are telling other people about you. That being said, what are those people who they told, what are they doing? They're looking at your social media first. They're not just saying, oh yeah, let me make an appointment real quick because my friend told me how awesome you are. No, they're going to stalk you first. So you want to make sure that your social media is absolutely incredibly awesome. It's attractive. It's safe for that parent. It creates that feeling of they're like, I'm missing out. I have to be involved in this office. That's what you want them to have. And that is really the conversion tool. So maybe they didn't just see you for the first time. They maybe heard about you from somebody else, but they are going to your social media. So your social media is a massive conversion tool. How do we make it even more of one? Every story, every reel, every post, every character should every carousel, every carousel should eventually guide people to something. So that's where a CTA or a call to action is so incredibly important on most of your posts. That being said, you don't have to have them on every single one. Maybe like you're doing a little Friday fun behind the scenes, you're just showing off your docs being silly. That one doesn't need one. But when that person is spending time on your social media, they are going to come up on 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 posts of that week. Yes. That's a lot of posts maybe in your head, but we have to have that consistency to own the algorithm, to have them learn something, and to see everything that you're doing and to build that trust. So you're going to want to have call to actions on most of your posts, because when they're reading that, they're going to be like, okay, what do I do next? Where do I go? So you're going to want to give them somewhere to go, lead them into a path, whether that's click the link in our bio to read more, whether that's DM us, we would love to hear your child's story, whether that's DM us and we can schedule a consultation now, whether it's head to the link in our bio to, I said, read more on this article. It can be click on our website to schedule your child's neurological insight scans. Whatever that call to action is, you want, even if it's just comment on this post below. You just want to give them an action step. People want to be led into something else if they're interested on staying on your page. They may be looking at everything, yada, yada, yada. They're scrolling. It's a good aesthetic. They absolutely love it. And then they're like, hey, what do I do next? A lot of moms will hopefully figure out, okay, let me go to their website, let me go to the link in their bio, but you want to make it easy for them, right? They have a toddler in their ear right now, right then, that they're going to need to help. So they want it to be easy. They don't want to have to search for you. They want you to hold their hand through this process and tell them exactly where to go next. So there's some of your ideas. Click the link in the bio, DM us. You also want to have a landing page to capture an email. So say that you're doing a big, like you're giving out pregnancy guides, or you're giving out a kick the sick guide, whatever it may be. You want, when they click on that, you don't just want to give them a free guide. That's awesome. And they will get the free guide, but you also want to capture their email so that you're able to keep them in your flywheel. You're able to keep them You're able to be in their ear all of the time, right? They can't just get their free guide and forget about you. They are going to get every newsletter, every email, all the other guides that you're sending out, because you really want to delight in this person so that they will come in, be a patient, be a forever patient, tell all their friends about you, and really so that we can take over the pediatrician, right? We can be the first stop for babies. We can be the first stop and the major healthcare system for all of America and all of the world. This is the first step, is that we have to capture those people who are looking at our social media. We have to keep them there. So you're going to need articles. You're going to need guides. You're going to need that landing page. You're going to need websites, workshops, all the things, guys. And these tips, I hope you have written them all down. And then sometimes they can be overwhelming. You're thinking, oh my goodness, I'm a doc who has a full-time schedule, which is why I don't have social media already in the first place. How am I going to do this all on my own? Guys, we have a program that we have already completely solved this problem for you. We write out the carousels, we write out the reels, we write out the wellness spotlight posts and the testimonials and all the things. We give you the templates also so that you can create, and not even create, but just take that template and be more creative so that you can really own your brand and your aesthetic, and that it doesn't look like us either. You can go that route. You can literally copy and paste it, but we have this ready for you, built out as a box for you to use as your social media and your marketing. So if you need help with this, reach out to us. And I'm going to put in the show notes where you can schedule a call with us so that we can look over your social media and we can help you and say, okay, this is exactly what you need. You need this package. Or maybe we go a rebranding route where we're like, all right, there are a little bit too many spines. There are a little bit harsh colors. You are talking a lot of X-ray and back pain and neck pain, which is great, but maybe you want to change your target market to seeing those families, to seeing those kids, seeing those babies. How can we help you get there? So we have all of these products already for you guys to make it simple, because obviously full-time docs, you do not have the time to care about your social media, and we don't necessarily want you to. We want you to care enough to get plugged in so that we can help you through this journey of social media and marketing and help you truly own it without having to do it all yourself. So reach out to us. Click on that Calendly link to schedule a call with our team so that we can help you guys through this. I hope that this was so incredibly helpful for you guys. Whether you're starting an Instagram, whether you already have an Instagram, whether you have a rockin' Instagram and you're like, okay, I did need these steps of adding a call to action, maybe changing my profile picture, adding those highlights, or seeing that like 25% should be branding, 25% should be neurologically focused, 50% should be that condition-based stuff. So I really hope that this podcast helped you guys. If you want more social media tips, let me know, let the team know. We absolutely love this stuff. We love the marketing side of things. We can talk workshops. We can talk about this stuff all day, but I really hope that this really helped you guys rebrand or start to brand your social media so that we can help more kids, right? Every post counts because every kid absolutely counts. So let's reach all the kids and let's save the babies, save the kids, save everyone. And it starts with your social media. What are they seeing first? Let's impact them all, guys. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Thank you for listening to the Family Practice Podcast. I'm Dr. Allie Wright, and we'll see you next time.
Hey, Dr. Tony here, and I wanted to say thank you for listening to the Family Practice Podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, like and subscribe to the show so you don't miss a thing. Also, if you're looking for more content from us, you can absolutely subscribe to our newsletter, watch exclusive episodes on YouTube, and dive deep into the articles and blogs on our website. All of this is linked in today's show notes. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next episode.